Of allegiance, may we bow in an attitude of prayer. Gracious Heavenly Father, thank you for the night of rest and for this opportunity to be present this morning. We come to you this morning with special thanksgiving in our heart. Thanksgiving for the county, for the staff, for the employees of the county, for our law enforcement. Lord, we are so thankful that we have such a wonderful and great community. Every day is a beautiful day in Washington County. We are so blessed and so thankful. We ask that you lead, guide, and direct us in all that we do and say. Lord, have mercy upon us, and may all of our citizens throughout Washington County have enjoyment this week with family and friends, safety as they travel. Lord, bless them and keep them. I pray all these things in your holy name. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. With that, again, call the meeting to order. And at this point, we have minutes from November 4th and a meeting November the 5th. Probably vote on them independently, please.
Motion to approve minutes of November 4th.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Ready to vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Same sign. Okay. November the 5th minutes.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay. Motion and a second to approve as submitted. All in favor by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Oh, the 5th. I'm sorry. I stand corrected. I'll abstain. So it's 4-0 for the 5th. Thank you, Dawn. Moving right along, commissioners' reports and comments. Randy Wagner, you want to go first?
Sure. Good morning. Just wanted to wish everyone in the county and our staff happy Thanksgiving. I hope you have a great holiday weekend, and appreciate everything you do. That's all.
Okay. Commissioner Leatherman?
Thank you, John. This past Saturday, the 63rd annual John F. Kennedy 50-mile race occurred in our county. I actually did compete in it many years ago. I've completed it 12 times, but the guy that won it this Saturday covered 50 miles in 5 hours, 10 minutes, and 24 seconds. Think about that. 50 miles, 5 hours, 10 minutes, and 24 seconds. His name was Hans Troyer. He was out of Newman, Georgia. I got to talk to him. 25 years old, acted like he had just run maybe 5 miles. Incredibly durable. So it was fun to talk to him. Congratulations to Hans and his success. Second thing I wanted to mention this morning was this Saturday, deer season opens in the state of Maryland. And so what happens? We start to push that deer herd around. And so the citizens, please be careful this Saturday morning. You're going to see deer where they aren't normally. To our hunters, we wish you much success, and please be safe. Let's secure ourselves in those tree stands and be safe out there. And the third thing, it's Thanksgiving week, and I would be remiss if I did not publicly thank the office staff and my 4 fellow commissioners. I've been in this seat for 7 months, and you have made me feel welcome. You have supported me, and I very sincerely say thank you. So to you and your families, I hope that your Thanksgiving is a wonderful event for you, and I thank you. That's all I've got, John. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Leatherman. Commissioner Harvey?
Yeah, thank you. Hey, Randy, thank you for those comments, and mutual, okay? We appreciate everything you're doing and how well you've integrated into the team, so glad to have you here with us. Again, I want to also reiterate, the other comments about thanks to our county employees, and thanks to everyone in the county for the support and the hard work they do to make this a wonderful place to live. We are blessed in so many ways in Washington County, not just the environment and the character that we have in this county, but in the leadership we have across the board in the towns, in the city, as well as here at the county level in our delegation. So we are blessed to have good leadership across the board. Just a reminder about Thanksgiving. people often overlook that, but Christians fled persecution in Europe. Those were the pilgrims who fled persecution in Europe and came to America to find freedom, to start a new life where they could practice their faith freely and, pursue their livelihood. So, I think that's worth remembering because they took tremendous risk. And, they've struggled to survive those first couple of years. And that's part of what Thanksgiving is about. It's about football and other things on Thursday, 3 big games. But, we ought to remember also, what our founders did, okay, in the sense of the original Europeans who came here. Shifting gears a little bit, okay, just a reminder to everyone, because I've heard some things here in the county about, county role, county should do this, county should do that, but just a reminder, the county health department is a state-run organization. We don't control the leadership, the management, or the direction, whether it's about needles being distributed, 400,000 plus in the last 16 months or so, with roughly 350,000 of those needles not being returned, just being left in parks on the side of the road, in our own parking lot here where my kids get out of the car and they see needles in the parking lot. We don't control that. We don't control the County Department of Social Services. We don't control the library. There are things that we do, but, that we do control, our roads, we take care of parks, wastewater, emergency services, sheriff, fire department, public safety in general. So many things, but so many people that are out there in our citizenry do not understand the roles and missions and the differences between what we do and what the state does and what the city of Hagerstown does, for example. So just a reminder about that. And then lastly, I heard again last night from, Will Valentine and Senator Mike McKay that there's, really tough economic times coming ahead budget-wise for the state. Again, they're looking at $1.4 billion in unfunded obligations.
2 years in a row.
2 years in a row, and, they raised fees, almost $2 billion, fees and taxes, and yet they're facing another $1.4 billion. The governor has said that he is not going to raise taxes, which means either fees or passing those costs down through mandates and shifting of costs to the counties and certain chartered cities. And that's wrong. Because he is forcing, if he achieves this without cuts, he wants to force a tax increase on certain counties. I think we're going to hold firm, but, the issue is out there. And that's because of mismanagement and wrong priorities at the state level. So with that, I just want a reminder of everyone, the state is not being run well in so many ways. So thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Klein.
Good morning, everyone. Commissioner Harvey well noted on his comments about the upcoming General Assembly. It's somewhat frightening for us.
Yeah.
I'd like to start off where I did attend the Washington County Volunteer Fire and Rescue Association meeting last Thursday. Congratulations to Jimmy Sprecher for being reelected as president, and thanks to all those who won the other positions and those who put their name up to serve. I too want to wish my colleagues here all happy Thanksgiving. It's been a pleasure and thankful for working with you. To all of our employees, every day Washington County performs some type of miracle. It doesn't go unnoticed, and we all appreciate you. Last week, I also attended the November Chamber of Commerce event at the 19th hole at Black Rock. Well attended, a lot of local business people, met one of the new potential business owners that are going to be attending his ceremony here, opening ceremony soon. And always nice to go to the chamber event. On Saturday, I somehow found out there was a bagging ceremony at at the Ag Center, and we'll hear more about that later. As I was in South County after my visit with you, Georgine, I went down to the Brunside Bridge. I met a scout troop from Reston, Virginia, whose annual trip up here around this time, 15th or 16th time, said they can't get on, you have such a waiting list for volunteers, they haven't been able to get on the list, but they come up to Washington County anyway. So a little bit of advance kudos for that type of information I heard about your organization. And although we're not 63 years for a race, Washington County has something really important to brag about this Saturday at Hagerstown Community College. It is the 25th anniversary of our turkey trot ran by our rec director, race director, Jamie Dick and his team. It continues to amaze me the amount of volunteers and support he gets for that day of race to set up the course. And last chat with him, he had over 700 people registered with other local municipalities mimicking and imitating his success with their own runs. So registration online is still open, I believe, till tomorrow at 10 a.m. So come on and join the registration, keep the tradition going, and thanks to Jamie Dick for all the efforts in his team for that. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Commissioner Klein. Good morning, everyone. Let me start out by saying I am thankful to serve with these fine gentlemen as fellow county commissioners. It's been a real professional treat, and Commissioner Leatherman, welcome aboard again. And it's been exceptionally grateful, and I'm thankful to get to know you and your wife, Barb, and so it's been a real pleasure. To staff and employees of the county, again, I can't say thank you enough. We do have an incredible team throughout the county, and they work together extremely well and serve the citizens of Washington County with distinction and honor, and it is a pleasure to come to work every day. So thank you, thank you, thank you. For me, I'm very much involved with the Salvation Army, and it's that time of year, the Red Kettle kickoff, and so I've asked both the city, the school board, some of the municipalities, any other fellow servants of our community, if they have an extra hour, call the Salvation Army, volunteer to ring the bell. Their goal this year is somewhere close to $100,000, and it's being matched up dollar for dollar for up to 40 above. It's either 60 or 80,000. So the community is rallying for the Red Kettle kickoff campaign this year, and there is a number of open bell ringing spots for volunteers that would be so inclined. So again, think about it, and you can call the Salvation Army office to volunteer. I think with that, I think that's about it, unless I've missed something, and if not, we'll move right into staff comments. And first up on staff comments is our Don Marcus.
Dawn Marcus, County Clerk, Commissioners. Good morning, and I would like to wish everyone an upcoming Happy Thanksgiving Day. At the Board of County Commissioners meeting on Tuesday, November the 18th, you approved appointments to the Washington County Planning Commission for Douglas Wright Jr. and Laureline Unsworth. These appointments are for a 5-year term. I am requesting a motion to correct the previous appointed dates from January 1st, 2026 through December 31st of 2031 to the correct term of January 1st, 2026 through December 31st of 2030. This is a paid board.
Okay.
Motion to approve.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for approval as submitted. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, 5-0.
Thank you. That's all that I have.
Okay. Michelle Gordon, County Administrator.
Thank you. It's been a fairly quiet week. I did attend a Board of Advisors meeting for University System of Maryland at the Hagerstown campus, attended several other meetings, including meeting with the City of Hagerstown. I just would like to remind residents and echo Commissioner Klein's comments regarding the turkey trot. That is on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. It's handled by our Parks and Rec Department. Jamie Dick has been handling that, and his staff, they do an incredible job with that event every year. Lastly, I'd like to wish all of our employees and residents a wonderful Thanksgiving. And for those that are headed out of town, I hope that everyone has safe travels during the holiday season. That's everything that I have.
Okay, thank you. Next on the agenda, under tab 1, is the 35th Annual Antietam National Battlefield Memorial Illumination and Presentation of Proclamation, and I've asked Vice President Klein to make that presentation. And
Sure, folks, would you come up to the?
Georgine, would you like to make some presentation? Mr. Ryford?
Superintendent, come on up and join us. Georgine, come on up to the. If you have a mic, we have a microphone Georgine could have, if anybody's listening. Okay, gotcha. Folks, have a seat. Georgine, gentlemen, the floor is yours.
Folks, I'll kick things off. Commissioners, thank you very much for meeting with us this morning. Coming up on Saturday, December the 6th, is the 35th Memorial Illumination at the Antietam National Battlefield. My name is Tom Ryford, and I'm just a member of the board that puts on this illumination every year, and many of you have been to the illumination over the years. It has been called the single most impactful visual exhibit of the casualties at Antietam. 23,110 candles are placed by about 1,500 volunteers throughout the battlefield. It's a 5-mile driving tour. It is one of the most significant events in Washington County as far as an iconic event that brings positive attention to Washington County. When I served as Assistant Secretary of Commerce, people would come up to me all over the state and say that they had done the tour of Antietam with the candles. I knew exactly what they meant. It is a very stirring event. With me here is probably one of the most renowned professors of the Maryland campaign of 1862, Dr. Tom Clemens, also the superintendent of the National Park Service unit, the Antietam National Battlefield. Andrew is here today with us, and our founder, General McClellan herself, and that is Georgine Charles. 35 times she has shepherded the more than 1,500 volunteers. And it's not just a one-day thing. I don't know if you understand this. There's a time period ahead of time, about a week ahead of time, that everybody has to get the candles organized with the bags and all of that kind of stuff. She does not like attention upon herself. She feels that this is something that the volunteers do all the work. However, I know, because I attend many of the meetings, that she does a phenomenal amount of work, and I would like to lead a round of applause in congratulations of 35 years, if that's all right. Now I'll turn over the microphone to you, sir. Is that okay?
Hi, my name is Tom Clemens. It's been my privilege to be part of the ceremony and to give a little bit of the historical perspective to this great event for the last several years. And we'll see if I can get through without crying this year, but I doubt it, because it is so impactful. You look at all those candles. As a professor, we throw out numbers all the time, 23,110. It's a number. You ride around and see 23,110 candles. It gets you right where you live. And that's the point of this. And I am so happy that Superintendent Banasic and Georgine have been able to make this work all these years, and I admire both of them. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good morning. This is only my second illumination since becoming the superintendent here. I worked here on the illumination many years ago as a much younger Park Service employee, and even from that sort of young age, got a real appreciation for, as Tom already mentioned, really what that visual representation is of a number. Numbers are just numbers until you see something in front of you. And I think the representation of the luminaries on the landscape where the soldiers fell really does hit you. As also mentioned, it's really a collaborative effort among the park staff, among the volunteers, among Georgine and others to pull this off. It's actually a months-long planning effort that we go through together. So I wanted to sort of call attention to that as well as singing her praises for the amount of work that she does on the side. All the volunteers that donate their time and effort, whether it's to fill the bags, to fill the luminaries like we did this past Saturday, or whether it's coming out and placing them on the landscape. And the staff here at the park, because this event is such a great reflection and visual representation of what the sacrifices that were made really are, the staff has really taken a huge ownership of this event as well. So we really appreciate Georgine's effort to shepherd everyone around through the planning effort, and we look forward to, in a couple of weeks, pulling it off. Thank you.
Georgine?
Well, I was coming as just to watch, but it didn't work this way. One thing we're very, very pleased. We are having the 3rd Infantry Regiment from Arlington National Cemetery. They will be appearing at our ceremony for the volunteers. And they also have granted us the U.S. Band, Pershing's Own. They're going to appear. So all these young men who are active at the burials at Arlington will be coming for their 3rd time to the illumination. And they have said, we always like coming, but we saved them for a special time, which is the 35th. And so we're very, very pleased. And then Mission Barbecue is going to host them for dinner, and which was very, very nice, a great gesture. I have Judy Quellen. She was our official photographer for 25 years, and she has prepared cards for you that we will have, available. And if Judy would just like to say something, we'll conclude. Yes. Okay. But that's basically it. We have in excess of $10 million of volunteer service to this event, which is sponsored by the American Business Women's Association, the Washington County CVB, and the Battlefield. And it's definitely, as the superintendent said, it's a collaborative effort, and everyone contributes what they need to do. And we get a lot of help from Bowman Trucking. They provide us with tractor trailers and everything. The in-kind services that we get is phenomenal. And we have some volunteers that will be coming back for their 35th year. That's unheard of. We use, I believe, that we are the largest volunteer event in the state of Maryland. And we're very proud of it. So I'll let Tom Reifert finish up.
So folks, I've met people at this event from all across the country and from other countries. And it provides something here in Washington County. When John Barr says it's another great day in Washington County, that's true. It is a great day in Washington County for that event. Washington County is home to a lot of firsts and onlys, and this event is the largest memorial illumination in North America, and it's here in our county. Thank you for letting us come and speak with you this morning, and thank you also for your support of the annual memorial illumination. Thank you.
I have a couple comments. Georgine, thank you for you and your team, what you've done. Spectacular. And Superintendent, you've been here for 2-3 years now, and I saw you actively filling bags. I can't say how pleased to see how you've taken this on and be supportive for this project and help it go into its 70th anniversary one day. On behalf of Michael Wickline, is that the correct? He's asked me to read a part of a letter that he wrote, and I wanted to submit it to be part of our minutes. So if you would indulge me, I'd like to read a few comments from Michael. And he is part of your committee through Magic Lantern Productions. For the Washington County Commissioners, for 35 years, the annual illumination at Antietam has been one of the area's premier events, bringing tens of thousands of visitors to Antietam to witness and experience something that does not exist anywhere else on this planet. 23,110 luminaries dedicated to the sacrifices of the soldiers of two famous and powerful armies who fought the most deadly one-day, 12-hour battle in all of the Western Hemisphere. Commissioners, the Washington County community that you represent are the stewards of this special hallowed place in America. Please continue to take good care of it in the annual Antietam illumination. Thank you, Georgine, for your vision, and to the many volunteers who keep coming back to create this yearly, very large-scale art project with sandbags, candles, and lighters, and the support of the National Park Service and others at the Antietam and in this community. I'm sure the soldiers feel the love. Sincerely, Michael Wickline. And I'd like to present that to you to be included in our minutes. And Commissioners, any other comments?
Actually, I would like to speak directly to Dr. Clemens. Thank you very much for all that you've done for Antietam Battlefield. It is impressive, the work that you have done behind the scenes to preserve that battlefield. The view sheds are incredible. People travel from around the world, and they stand and they see the battlefield as it appeared on the day of the battle. And much of that is thanks to your leadership. Thank you very much. And Andrew, the first time I saw you, I said, I know this guy. And then I thought, maybe I don't. Well, it turns out that Andrew's brother is a station commander in Fairfax County, Virginia, and he looks just like him. And he's your older brother. He's an incredible man, and I know you are also. And it was a pleasure to work with him. So it's a small world.
It is. Yep.
It is. Thanks to all of you for what you do on behalf of the Antietam Battlefield and for all the citizens of Washington County and the state of Maryland. It is an absolute gem, absolute gem. I spent my childhood playing on it, and then I volunteered as an interpreter there at the Dunker Church for years. And so thought I was going to become a park ranger, but no, became a firefighter. So thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone else? If not, would you join me over by the flag? Georgine, would you join us too?
Michelle, move the wheelchair closer to
The Commissioners hereby proclaim today Georgine Charles Day.
Really? Oh, my
We have unofficial consensus on that. All in favor? Consensus? Yeah, we'll get more formal later. On behalf of the Board of County Commissioners, we'd like to present this proclamation for the 35th Annual Antietam National Battlefield Memorial Illumination. Whereas the Antietam National Battlefield Memorial Illumination attracts visitors and volunteers from across the country and from many other nations. The annual event has been called one of the largest all-volunteer events in the state of Maryland. The somber and visual appearance of the Battle of Antietam is well known for the largest memorial illumination in North America. Whereas the memorial illumination is a cherished tradition that has a positive impact on our community and provides profound reflections on our nation's history, the Antietam National Battlefield Memorial Illumination has been called the single most remarkable and impactful illustration of the Civil War casualties that happened here in Washington County September 17th, 1862. The 23,110 killed or injured soldiers are remembered by everyone who witnesses the memorial illumination. Now therefore, we, the Board of County Commissioners of Washington County, Maryland, do hereby celebrate and recognize the 35th Annual Antietam National Battlefield Illumination and ask for all citizens to join in observing this significant milestone on December 6, 2025, awarded this 25th day of November from the Washington County Board of Commissioners. Congratulations. Thank you.
Stay there, we'll have all the commissioners come in.
Commissioners, can we come up and get a picture here?
I came just to watch.
Colonel?
I'm good. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Andrew, till love.
Thank you so much.
It's not easy to make things.
Older brother, how many years?
I'm sure.
5 years older? Okay, all right. Time must have
It's funny that everybody says I look like.
Thank you.
the 4th of July back. I don't know. Grandson. Talk to them. Nicely. That's me.
I can't believe
Can't do it, it's already over.
Do we have the Marine Corps here?
Thank you, Commissioner President, for the,
Yeah. No, I know you've put a lot into that.
been to every one of them since I've been a commissioner. Yeah. Just don't wear open-toe shoes if you.
Must be.
Cold sometimes.
Okay, next item on our agenda under tab 2, 2025 Marine Corps Reserve Toys for Tots campaign. The folks, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me this morning. My name is Kathleen, and I've been the coordinator for Toys for Tots here in the county. This is my second year. The program has existed in our county for about 3 decades, and I graciously took the honor of taking the reins last year when the coordinator decided it was time to have more time to bake cookies for her new grandchildren. So I was called to do that, and we're rising to the occasion. Last year, we were able to serve about 4,400 children in our county through individual family applications and also through agencies who were picking up the pieces for folks who missed deadlines or missed steps in the process to become approved. And this year, our family applications were more, and we're serving about the same number of children based upon individual family applications, and plenty of agencies contacting us to see if we could put forth the same effort that we did last year. Donations this year, both monetary and in-kind through toys, have been down, but we're hoping that with the turn of the holiday and Black Friday coming up, that things will pick up. What most people don't know, as not more commonly known, is that we do more than just our holiday efforts. We also have a national focus on foster care and also on literacy. So this year we were able to donate about 600 books and we partnered with Bester Community of Hope through Sanmar to get those books into the hands of children after school ended. And then this past summer, we were also able to put together family fun baskets for foster families through Sanmar Treatment Foster Care as well. So our hope is to continue to grow those two efforts in our area as well. They're new to this area, but not new to the National Foundation. We are entirely volunteer-led, so I'm the coordinator, but I am also a volunteer. All of the money that's donated and all of the toys that are donated go directly back into our local community, which we're very proud of. I'm here today to raise awareness and also to ask for your support with our campaign. Our distribution day is December 13th, and it will be quite a busy one for us. We'll be servicing about 25 people every 15 minutes from our location out at the outlets. Happy to answer any questions, and just thank you so much for having me here.
Kathleen, thank you for coming. I met Kathleen at the 250th anniversary of the Marine Corps League at Elmwood Farm, a couple weeks ago on a Saturday evening. And you came with a lot of accolades from the Marines. They appreciate all that you do. And so thank you very much for coming and telling the residents and telling us what you do and the dates and the numbers. And it's impressive. Your service is impressive. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Kathleen, we do have a certificate of recognition, and gentlemen, you want to come up to the flags?
Righty. It's a nice plaque.
It is a nice plaque.
The Board of County Commissioners would like to recognize the Marine Corps Reserve Toys for Tots program in Hagerstown, Maryland, for your commitment to bringing joy, hope, and the magic of the holiday season to children in need in our community. Your kindness and dedication embody the true spirit of giving, helping to ensure that every child experiences the warmth of community and the happiness of receiving a gift. With sincere gratitude, we honor your contribution to making a difference in the lives of the Washington County's children. Signed by all 5 commissioners. Congratulations and a very heartfelt thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioners, before we continue, I'd like to make a suggestion and get I'd like to, for the commissioners, since you mentioned cash shortages, would it be possible you agree to give a $1,000 donation today to the Toys for Tots to offset any shortfalls in cash and helping the kids who might be left out? Would I be able to get consensus for $1,000?
We would need to fund that from Commissioner contingency if the commissioners would like to fund it.
Okay. Do we need a vote, or is consensus okay?
You would need a vote.
I make a motion that we donate $1,000 from the Commissioners Contingency Fund to Toys for Tots.
I second it. Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed, same sign.
Let's walk up here. If you'll take this for a second. Because we're gonna do this.
Boxes if you wanted boxes. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much.
We'll get somebody to help you get
No,
that
she
out
can
of
make 2 trips.
Hey, thank you so much. It's a force. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Right, actually, right in the parking lot. I'm glad I was able to snag one of those. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I'm just having fun. January 1st.
Gordon taking both bags out like Sandy. Or not Gordon, but Gary Pravy, yeah.
Okay.
Next item on the agenda under tab 3 is contract award PUR 1775 out-of-school program for the Office of Grants Management.
Wait till you write your vote.
Good morning. Randy Kentner, Director of Purchasing.
Good morning, Maria Kramer, Director of the Office of Grant Management.
The first recommendation I have for you this morning is the contract award, PUR 1775. Motion to award the contract for an out-of-school program for the Office of Grants Management to the responsible proposer, MBA Growth Partners out of Rockville, Maryland, for a total sum amount of $84,259. The Washington County Office of Grant Management, in partnership with the Governor's Office for Children, requested technical and price proposals from qualified organizations to provide and implement an out-of-school program in Washington County. The purpose of the service is to provide enrichment and academic services to adolescents in Washington County. The duration of the contract shall begin December 1st, 2025, ending June 30th, 2026. Notice of the request proposal was posted on the Washington County's online bidding site, eMaryland Marketplace, and no longer, sorry, went a little far. 6 firms were represented at the pre-proposal. 4 firms did submit proposals. 1 firm was deemed responsive, and the price was opened by the coordinating committee. Funding is available through the Governor's Office for Children. There is no county funds necessary for this service.
Any discussion? Motion for approval?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and second for approval as submitted. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, 5-0. Thank you. Next item under tab 4 is intergovernmental cooperative purchase 25-0222, playground equipment for Woodland Way Neighborhood Park for the Parks and Recreation Department.
Randy Kentner, Director of Purchasing.
Ian Boyd, Park Supervisor.
The last recommendation is the intergovernmental cooperative purchase, INTG-25-0222. Move to authorize by resolution for the Parks and Recreation Department to purchase playground equipment for the Woodland Way Neighborhood Park from Game Time, whose authorized dealer is Cunningham Recreation out of Charlotte, North Carolina, for a total sum amount of $149,812.77. We're also asking to use another jurisdiction's contract from the City of Charlotte that was awarded by Omnia Partners. The Parks and Recreation Department requests approval for the purchase and installation of the new playground equipment for the Woodland Way Neighborhood Park. The existing equipment has reached the end of its useful life, and the replacement is essential to ensure safe recreational space for our community. Included in the new equipment are age-appropriate modular structures, swings, and a combination of climbing and spinning pieces. The Code of Public Laws of Washington County, Maryland provides that the Board of County Commissioners may procure goods and services through a contract entered into by another government entity as long as we abide by the same terms and conditions of that contract. And due to the economies of scale leveraged in this contract, there is quite a savings by purchasing this equipment from this vendor. Funding is available in the department's capital improvement budget for the purchase.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and second for approval as submitted. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, 5-0. Thank you. Next item under tab 5 is agricultural, Faces of Farming presentation. Good morning, Kelsey.
Good morning, Commissioners. Kelsey Cadle, Agricultural Business Specialist with the Department of Business and Economic Development. Today, we'll be watching the final 2 videos from the Washington County Ag Expo and Fair. The Ag Expo is a great event that showcases a small portion of nearly 900 family farms in Washington County, Maryland. It is an opportunity to recognize the hard work and dedication that keeps agriculture thriving in our community. I wanted to take a moment to thank you, Board of County Commissioners, for the continued support of the ag industry and for supporting this event every year. Thanks to your commitment, the fair continues to grow, bringing together over 100,000 people from across the community. The exhibitors that you will see in the videos today don't just work for this event. They dedicate themselves year-round to agriculture, cultivating a strong work ethic and a deep sense of responsibility. The lessons they learn on the farm and in the show arena are building a workforce for the future. One that's grounded in values of hard work, discipline, and accountability. These young people are not only preparing for careers in agriculture, but gaining valuable skills that will serve them in any field. This year, Sale Night at the Ag Expo and Fair held 96 youth participants who sold 225 animals, raising more than $472,000. These young exhibitors are reinvesting their earnings into their education, future 4-H projects, and own personal goals, while developing the kind of responsibility and skills that will carry them forward in life. Events like this don't just happen without the support of our commissioners, community, volunteers, fair board members, and many more. The ongoing commitment from everyone involved ensures that the fair remains a place where local farmers and future agricultural leaders can show their knowledge and passion, while also giving the entire community an opportunity to gather, learn, and celebrate the important role that agriculture plays in Washington County. PR, can you play the videos, please?
And they want to be the caretakers of these animals, and they just want to have that connection.
I like to race the dairy goats because it teaches you a lot of responsibility and a lot of life skills, and they're really fun to work with in general. So when you go into the arena, you want to make sure that your goat is walking at the same pace as you, and then when they ask you to stop and set up, you want to make sure their feet are square and that your feet are not under the goat, because it can kind of obstruct the judge's view a little bit.
They're looking for the general appearance of the animal, how they're clipped, how they're presented, and they're looking for their mammary system, their udder, how full it is, the body capacity, their dairy strength, and overall how the showman presents it.
I love growing up in 4-H. You meet some of the best people you ever meet. Some of my best friends, they're still my best friends. She's sitting in the ring right now. You grow, you become a leader, you get opportunities you'll never have anywhere else. I want to be a livestock veterinarian. I'm going to school for that, and that's because I was in 4-H. I know I can do it, and I want to continue to do it. And so coming back here, showing with the other kids, helping the 4-Hers as they develop their dairy goats and develop doing the things that they want and building themselves up as leaders and people in agriculture, it's been really amazing to give back to them using the knowledge I've gained through my years in 4-H. Find a 4-Her and they will talk to you all day about what they do. They want to, they love to.
Owning a goat teaches you a lot of responsibility, life skills, all of that, and they're really fun to have, and if you're thinking about getting into it, it's definitely something that I would recommend.
A lot of people here, and actually everyone here, does it because they love the industry, they love agriculture.
My name's J.R. Hess. I run Shenandoah Jerseys, and I'm an Ag Expo Fair Board member. This is my first year being on the Fair Board. 4-H is anyone from 8 to 18. Open class is anybody all the way up to, 80 or 90 if they want to make something, but they're doing fruits and vegetables. They did cakes, pictures. There's 2 different demolition derbies, tractor pull, rodeo, carnival. There's all kinds of vendors here showcasing their, various products. Lots of good food. We have food vendors both up here and down at the track.
Educating the public is a huge thing for us, just letting the public know what we do, how we enjoy it. But mainly it's just hanging out with people. Like we're kind of just a big family. Everybody knows everyone. Everyone's hanging out with everyone. You'll find kids playing in the back, throwing a ball on the side. Like it's just a bunch of fun.
It is educational on both sides for both my kids and the general public that come to the fair to figure out and learn where their food comes from, what it looks like, and the work that is involved for the 2% of the population that makes the food for everybody else. The other side of it is we're not just growing animals. It is the work ethic, the responsibility. They learn what it is to get up in the morning, work during the day, time management, and other life skills to prepare them for their future.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kelsey. Thanks, Kelsey. Next next item under tab 6 is reclassify senior office associate grade 8 as permit support associate grade 8.
Morning, Commissioners. Chip Rose, Director of Human Resources.
Greg Hartrett, Director of Permits and Inspections, Code Official.
Staff is seeking a motion to approve the reclassification of the Senior Office Associate, which is a grade 8, in the Permits and Inspections Division as a Permit Support Associate, which is also a grade 8. There would not be any financial impact for this change. It was a grade 8, step 3. We're going to post it as a grade 8, step 1 through 3.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for approval as submitted. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. 5-0. Thank you.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
You too, Greg.
Thank you, Greg.
Football season done, Greg?
Yeah, oh, yes, sir. We did that a while back.
Okay.
Are we waiting on Dave Hayes?
He's stuck in traffic, so we can move forward. I believe
you
that
wanna
I
go-
can answer any
okay.
questions you may have.
Okay, next item under tab 7 is Assistant Medical Director, PSTC Paramedic Program.
So for this position, we would like a motion to advertise and hire for a part-time position titled the Assistant Medical Director within the Division of Emergency Services, which will serve as the medical director for the paramedic program at the Public Safety Training Center. During a recent site visit by the Commission on Accreditation of Educational Programs for Emergency Medical Services Professions, there were 2 positions that were identified as not present and recommended for addition. One was the clinical coordinator to manage clinical sites and student interactions, which I believe is being covered by by HCC. And the other was the assistant medical director position for the paramedic program, which is the position we're bringing forward today. The position will be covered through the fiscal year 26 budget, part-time wages that they currently have, so it's budget neutral in the current fiscal year. During subsequent fiscal years, the budget impact is about $43,000.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay. We have a motion and a second. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. 5-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
With that, I'm going to ask for a motion to go into closed session to discuss confidential personnel matters and to consult with legal counsel.
Motion to go and close.
Second.
Motion and second to go into closed. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. 5-0. Thank you.